It's a warm welcome from Grts, and wherever you may be, this is the news at 8. First, our headlines. The 1,000-odd Gambian pilgrims look forward to their homecoming after a hitch-free spiritual journey to Islam's holiest site. After the snacks and numerous adjournments, the treason trial of former Information Minister Ahmad Skatrajani and 3 others rumbles on. A Los Angeles court has found Michael Jackson's personal physician, Conrad Murray, guilty of involuntary manslaughter. An Italy scandal-prone prime minister faces the ultimate battle in his political life. This after the cascading Eurozone debt crisis threatens to engulf his country. These and other stories coming ahead in this half hour. My name is Abubakar Dabo. His Excellency the President, Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya AJJ Jammeh has received a letter from the Toronto-based Council of Former Heads of States and Governments. The letter states, on behalf of the Interaction Council, it gives me great pleasure to present to you our 2010 report, which includes the financial communique of our 29th annual plenary meeting in Quebec, Canada last May. The Council meets annually to develop recommendations for some of the world's most pressing issues, which we then share with governments, leaders, influential groups, and policymakers. It is our sincere hope that you will find our proposal useful and that you will use your esteemed position to encourage positive action. The Council wants your support for this important document, and we would be pleased to brief you further on it and how you can help in its advancement. We welcome your comments and questions and would like to thank you for your consideration of our proposal. It concludes. Pilgrims in the holy city of Mecca have fulfilled the requirements of Hajj, which includes the visit to Mount Arafah. Alhaji Modu Juf is with the 1,000-odd Gambian pilgrims and reports this year's annual journey is being described as the best in terms of logistical arrangements authorities have put in place.
Hajj in Mecca is all over after the pilgrims fulfilled the Mount Arafah convergence last Saturday. On the home front, the Gambians have this year witnessed an unprecedented Hajj rituals in terms of success stories, which many have described as historical in the annals of Hajj operations of the Gambia. Besides the physical fatigue of the pilgrims, all the plans have been executed accordingly. The logistics in terms of transportation were timely, and no Gambian was left out in any process. The movements at Jamarat were hitch-free and smooth in nature. Essential drugs were adequate to take care of any ailments or medical complaints for that matter. At the time of filing this report, Gambian pilgrims have returned from Minna and are now settling in their residences in Mecca. Both the Minister of Works and Construction and the Gambia's ambassador to the Holy Land, Dr. Njugu Ba and His Excellency Omar Jibril Sallah, respectively, have been on the ground throughout to monitor the entire Hajj activities and have expressed satisfaction on behalf of the Gambia government in the manner the operations were executed by the national carrier Gambia International Airlines GIA and the Hajj Commission. On behalf of President Jammeh, Dr. Njuguba and Ambassador Sallah have praised and congratulated the Gambian pilgrims for coming out so successful in this year's Hajj. The arrangements by GIA, the national carrier, were highly commended by the two officials, and the efforts of the Hajj guides and other officials were equally appreciated by the authorities here. So far, everything is set and preparations are well on course for the timely return of the 1,035 Gambian pilgrims within the next few days. On the line from Makatul Mukarama, Alhaji Modu Juf reporting.
The Forum for African Women Educationalists, the Gambia FAWEGAM, recently held a jobs fair to guide female students choose their right career path. The program, sponsored by the Women for Action through the U.S. Embassy, saw numerous firms set up stalls to woo potential employees. We have more in this report. Displaying their prospects and students taking time to see for themselves what offer best suits their ambition. It is FAWEGAM's Career Day Fair, a display staged by the Forum for African Women Educationalists to guide young female students make informed choices about their life career. The aim is to support the women and girls empowerment drive by providing them the opportunity to climb the success ladder through education and life-changing opportunities.
And education is one way to move up the mobility ladder. Education is one way to change that life or that situation that looks like it's doomed or seems to be like it's no way out. Therefore, we must encourage, we must support our girls and women, not just only to go to school, not just only to be the average person, but to excel.
Now, at Fawegam, we want to stop this cycle by encouraging women and girls to study technology, science and maths classes, and to complete high school, college and university. This is what will save the women and girls from a life of servitude.
The Fawegam coordinator delved on the topic Women and Career Choices, a discourse that harped on societal typecasting, which has for decades limited women's potential to man key portfolios of influence. This stereotyping, however, must not be seen as a limitation. The U.S. Ambassador Pamela White explained, as the Gambia is among few countries in the world that did more than enough for its girls and women.
So here you have a country that is putting money where their words are. You've got the political will. You've now got quality schools coming up all over the Gambia. And so whose fault is it if girls are not being educated today in the Gambia? I gotta tell you, it's your fault.
Ambassador White made it crystal clear that girls will have to take responsibility for not making it in education, since education comes with its price, and that price they must be ready to offer. The chairperson of Fawegam Board, Khadijatu Jallo, described this fair as one that will help nurture students' trait and aptitude towards making informed decisions before leaving school.
It is envisaged that this career fair will enable students to understand how a variety of personal attributes, that is interests, values, preferences, motivations, aptitudes and skills, can have an impact on their potential success and satisfaction, with different career options being exposed here today. A critical assessment of some of all these attributes will help students make more informed career decisions before leaving school.
Similar statements were re-echoed by the Deputy Permanent Secretary, Minister of Basic and Secondary Education, who commended Fawegam for the initiative, adding that his ministry will do everything within its reach to promote the career choice initiative. Chanting on some of the students at the fair reveals that even though some of them are novice when it comes to career choice, this program, they believe, will help inform and augment their career prospects in life.
It's interesting because we've learned a lot, and we hope to take some of the information to the school and tell them how we do it.
Thank you.
For me, this is the first time for me to attend this kind of programs, but the program seemed like a very important program.
Here today.
I think it's a very good program because it has given me more hope and more determination that I can make it in life.
A thrilling drama on the benefits of educating the girl child was also staged by students from St. Teresa's Junior Secondary School to spice up the occasion. Abubakar Dabo, GRTS. The Independent Electoral Commission informs the general public that the election to the office of the President of the Republic of the Gambia shall take place on Thursday, 24th November 2011. A media release from the IEC states that the nomination of candidates for the said election will take place on Thursday, 10th November, between the hours of 8 and 4 p.m. at the office of the Independent Electoral Commission along the Batil Hadil Highway. These prospective candidates are to go through the process at the following times: UDP 10 a.m., NRP 11 a.m., GPDP 12 p.m., APRC 1 p.m., and GMC 3 p.m. The media dispatch reveals that only 300 party supporters will be allowed into the ISC premises with their candidates, but adds that only 10 supporters will be allowed to accompany their candidate into the conference hall where the nomination will take place. All political parties are required to abide by and respect the time allocated to avoid unnecessary delay. The campaign for the presidential election will commence on Saturday 12th and end on Tuesday 22nd November 2011. The dispatch ends. I can read the words on the t-shirt, but I don't understand their meaning. These were the words of the fifth witness of prosecution, Pa Abdul Sise, in the trial against Dr. Ahmad Skatrik Jane and 3 other people facing charges of sedition. Ibrahim Ajata was following the proceeding, and he now tells us more.